A magic show for nobody. There's just the magic show until there isn't. It's hard to become free when you're already not bound. There's already no one to tell that all is this. Why is resistance so painful? It's hard to resist or go along with what you're already not doing. I have some control. For example, I drive as safely as I can, but I know that accidents can still happen. I have total control. For example, I'm taking a sip of water right now. Nobody else is doing that but me. I have no control. For example, I know that I can't control the weather. At the center of all three is what? What is it that thinks, believes, imagines it has some, total, or no control? Every expression, every sound, every image, every thought, every emotion, every story, every belief, every opinion, every concept, every word, every movement, every silence is it already. There's literally nothing to escape from, and no one to escape. Already. Every word, every syllable, every sound, every image, every thought is already this, appearing as that, without a this or a that. Judgment arises freely and innocently, but there's nobody inside of, or behind, or doing or making the judgment appear. There's no judger behind the judgment already. This is already empty. These words are already empty. Pain is already empty. Joy is already empty. Crying is already empty. Laughing is already empty. Fear is already empty. Seeking is already empty. Knowing is already empty. Thoughts are already empty. Birth is already empty. Death is already empty. Love is already empty. Empty is already empty. If you break a chocolate bar in half and name one half Betty and the other half George, are there really two chocolate bars? There's nothing separate from freedom to know it. All words are this. No words are this. Everything is it, and there is no it. You can't get freedom when it's all that is. Imagine if wholeness dreamed itself to be separate. The death of me is the death of a story that never existed. Can we call this a dream? You can call this anything you like. It doesn't matter. There's no benefit to realizing that all is this, because there's already no one to realize that all is this. Other has never been found. I hear what you're saying, but it's not my experience. I hear this quite often at Nonduality meetings. The claim of, "I'm not there yet," as if those who share this impersonal message, their me has fallen away somehow. But mine hasn't. But that someday, hopefully, my me will fall away too. But that's a misunderstanding, innocently, by no one, of what's being shared. Because nobody's ever gotten this, and nobody ever will. There's already no one separate to have any experience whatsoever. The having experience is the dream of separation. The thought that I'm not there yet is already ownerless, as are all thoughts. Without anyone to attain anything already, what does that leave? Just what's happening. A happening for no one already. What's longed for turns out to already be the case. There's already no actual separate anything to get anything. There's just this, just whatever seems to be happening. Nothing being everything. The sense that something needs to happen, or not, is already this. A baby crying, the rumble of a car going by, the wind on the face. Just what's happening is neither personal nor impersonal, neither owned nor ownerless. There are no words for this, and yet, paradoxically, all words, sounds, are this too. The thought, "I'm dying," is already ownerless. Nothing can't die because it was never born. No word, label, or belief will ever nail this. That's the freedom. All is this already. Doesn't matter what it is. Thinking someone has something that you don't is this already. There's nothing to get, and no one separate to get it. Yet feeling like a separate somebody who's trying to get is this too. Whatever's happening is this already for nobody, because there isn't any body, there's just this. Like hiccups, wants, needs, desires, and expectations come and go freely. No one is bringing the hiccups, just like no one is bringing wants, needs, desires, and expectations. Wants, needs, desires, and expectations come and go all by themselves, just like hiccups. Everything comes and goes all by itself. There's no one behind the coming and going. All is this already. Unique, yet the same. Cancer and French toast are both equally this already. And preferring one over the other happens naturally. Nobody is doing the liking or the not liking already. Liking and not liking just happens freely. All is this is not just saying all is the same. No. Everything is simply as it is, undivided. Yet every expression, every sound, every apparent thing, fully and uniquely this already. Feeling contracted and separate is simply feeling contracted and separate. There's already no one separate to whom the feeling belongs to. Feeling hungry is simply feeling hungry. There's already no one separate to whom the feeling belongs to. Feeling tired is simply feeling tired. There's already no one separate to whom the feeling belongs to. Feeling angry is simply feeling angry. There's already no one separate to whom the feeling belongs to. Feeling peaceful is simply feeling peaceful. There's already no one separate to whom the feeling belongs to. Feeling happy is simply feeling happy. There's already no one separate to whom the feeling belongs to. Feeling clear is simply feeling clear. There's already no one separate to whom the feeling belongs to. Feeling like a me is simply feeling like a me. There's already no one separate to whom the feeling belongs to. The absence of feeling like a separate me is simply the absence of feeling like a separate me. There's already no one separate to whom the feeling of the absence of the separated me belongs to. I had it. I lost it. No, you didn't. There's already no separate me to starve or fall away. Nothing needs to happen for this to be what it already is. There's already no one to escape from the moment, but it can feel that way. It can feel like this moment is insufficient, that it's lacking, that it's boring. It's not giving me the fulfillment I want, so I seek it. Seeking just happens. Nobody is doing it. Seeking is just seeking. Running is just running. Blowing your nose is just blowing your nose. Getting a pain in the neck is just getting a pain in the neck. Wanting a relationship is just wanting a relationship. Wanting to be loved is just wanting to be loved. Just what's happening for nobody. Nothing separate. Already. This can shift like the wind, but nobody is doing it. And if I feel like a separate me, then naturally I'm going to try to control as much as I can. Trying to control something or someone simply happens. No one is behind the trying to control already. There's no actual separation, so there's nothing separate that can control anything already. There's the appearance of control. There's the appearance of separation. There's the appearance of differences. Yes. And nothing wrong with this. Because all is this. There's nothing else but this. I don't want to feed the me. Okay, no. There's already not a me to feed. Can there be a feeling of a separate me? Yes. It's still this. It's not an actual separate me, because the feeling of separation is this too. And any sensation, thought, or feeling can come and go freely, like the wind. Nobody is doing it, just like nobody is doing the wind. Winding just happens, as does everything. There's just this, whatever's happening, to no one, for no one, because of no one, already. There's already no separate me to drop away. Meing and being simply happens for nobody, already. Seeking simply happens. Looking for a better moment simply happens. Trying to escape what is simply happens. Scratching an itch simply happens. Going to the toilet simply happens. Reading a post simply happens. Having a goal simply happens. Going to the doctors simply happens. Not getting what you want simply happens. Getting what you want simply happens. Feeling like a doer is as much this as not feeling like a doer. Feeling separate is as much this as feeling whole. A bird's chirp is as much this as Jupiter. All is this. It doesn't matter what it is already. Thoughts flow freely like hot lava from an erupting volcano. Words tumble out innocently and effortlessly from the mouth like ripe blossoms falling off a cherry tree. What flows like lava? What ripens the blossom and falls them? What moves? What speaks? What thinks? What hears? What silences? This. What is this? Just this. Eternally nameless, yet all names. Already.